My name is Margaret Burkholder. I'm the Director of Education here at the Children's Museum, and I decided to come work here because this has been a family-friendly place. I've been bringing my kids for years, and what a happy place to work. The new Build It exhibit is a reimagined space. We took two smaller spaces, removed the wall in between and made a bigger space, and the whole idea is that kids have free form play. So if you go into Bodyology, we have the juice bar and the grocery store and the farm. You can kind of imagine the kind of play that would happen in there. We wanted to create a space where there wouldn't be any scripts for kids to follow, where there's just open space where kids can build. And so our job was to find those things that kids can build with and put them in that space. Well, there's a lot of talk right now about STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. And so when you look at science, there's obviously science in school curriculum. Science is easy to find. The technology, there's lots of technology. Math, we see math everywhere. It's the engineering that really gets left behind when you look at STEM. And so we were looking to build a space that really capitalized on the engineering so we could fill that part of our museum's mission. Yes, one of the things that's best about that exhibit is it's right up front. So it's one of the first things that our visitors see. And so we get to see a lot of the play that goes on there because it's in the up front as well. And one of the best examples of that play was there was a father and a daughter that built a kid-sized helicopter with the propellers that spun, and it had wheels, and so it would move and then the propellers would spin. And this was just a project that the dad and daughter had done while they were playing in that space. And so I think the hardest part is at the end of the day we have to tear everything down and stack it up, and so we have a clean slate for the next day. But whenever you go in there, that room looks completely different than it did on any other day. And so that's very exciting for us when we see that space. So, how do we design a new space when we have 4 blank walls? There's a couple of things we're going to consider. We have to consider what materials are readily available that we can purchase. And so in this space we have the rigamajig, which are the wooden pieces that have a lot of levers and pulleys and nuts and bolts where kids can build. And then we also have the blue imagination blocks, and we have Kiva planks. So we start with what's commercially available that we can use, and they talk a lot about commercial grade, industrial grade, military grade. We really need kid grade, which is higher than any of those. And so I know our director of facilities would say that you have to find those materials that would last and be safe for kids, but also survive the play that they're going to be going through. And so we find those, and then we have to figure out how do we space them so that they can stay in their own areas and be contained and yet be very inviting and have that free form play that we're looking for.